has perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the...
Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A 1st down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score. Chiefs 21. Texans nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Alex Okafor who gets in to register the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On 3rd down, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Will Fuller, no money there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 69 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. He's past the 30.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Complete, the tight end Kelce. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Stepping up, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. The 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing, and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Chiefs 28, Texans 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. And incomplete.
Watson's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Texans football to start quarter 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Watson on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes a front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominations. Anytime he touches the football, he's a threat to take it the distance. Hard to get on the ground.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. And that that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 38 yards. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the 1st half. And this offense is running away with this one. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off at the 46. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44.
Well, that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it on for the Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Frank Clark. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
They go play action. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This is offense?
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that broke stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Watson forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it'll be second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
On second down, it's Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. We're back now in KC. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Mecole Hardman.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
For Mecole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
A first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making